So when I was traveling Laos, I met this couple and I told them that I'm planning to stay in Hanoi for 2 weeks. And when I said that, they're both like, oh my god, don't do it, you'll regret it. Hanoi is a horrible city. So I decided that the best way to find out if Hanoi is really that horrible or not is to come to Hanoi and see it for myself. So I just made it. I am here. I'm in Hanoi. And I am certainly not planning to go home anytime soon. I'm just loving my life too much at the moment. So the plan for right now is to go out there, get myself some lovely Vietnamese egg coffee, which I'm so excited about, and find out if Hanoi is really as horrible as people say and whether I should stay here for longer. Okay, let's go. So this is my street where I'm staying. I am staying in the northern part of Hanoi by the West Lake. And this is a crucial piece of information, and I can already very highly recommend you to stay in this area. I got this recommendation from a friend who is originally from Hanoi. I'm gonna tell her that there is a hidden message to her in this vlog, and I'm gonna make her watch it. Cześć Tuha. Because the number one thing that you can do to hate a city is to just randomly book an accommodation without doing research on the right area to stay. I think it's obviously crucial everywhere, but in big overwhelming cities like Hanoi it's especially important, and Hanoi is a very big city. The population is about 8 million. It is second biggest city in Vietnam though. I think Ho Chi Minh City is a bit bigger, but it is the capital of Vietnam, so big busy city. So I found this coffee shop right there the other day when I just got here, and it looks really nice, so that's where I'm gonna see if I can get my coffee. Hello. Hello. Do you have egg coffee? Oh yes, we do have it. That's what I'm getting, egg coffee. Okay, so I think this place is like literally someone's house because there's like an actual kitchen when you walk in. Then there is a living room area, and in the back there's a TV and a kid watching cartoons. So they just made a coffee shop in their house, which is so cool. And it looks like a very beautiful traditional house. You have your babies?
I have a baby.
You have babies?
Yes.
Where?
It's gone.
It's gone?
Yes,
It's so cute.
I like this picture.
No, it's a video, look. Can you see yourself? It's a video. Yeah, and do you guys know what YouTube is?
I know.
She knows. How do you say hello in Vietnamese?
Hello.
Hello, the same. No, that's in English. How do you say it in Vietnamese?
Yes.
Oh, there is a baby. That is a real baby. So cute.
Maybe you want to take picture.
It's a video.
Video.
Yeah, video. Okay, so I already love this place. It was so cute. The kids were so cute, and for some reason they literally spoke perfect English. Okay, so I'm very excited to try egg coffee for the very first time. Egg coffee is probably, like, I've never ever heard about egg coffee before coming to Vietnam, so I think it is a very Vietnamese thing. It was apparently founded during the war when there was not enough milk. So what egg coffee is, well, it's coffee with egg and also condensed milk. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am already having a good time. I'm already vibing with Hanoi, and I feel like I did expect that to happen, to be fair. Because a lot of people don't vibe with big cities, and I feel like that's not a case with me. I just like big cities. I like their energy. I like their hecticness. Okay, let's try the coffee though. I'm excited. Okay, there's so much fun in it that... Sweet. Takes the condensed milk. Okay, it's very nice. I don't really taste the egg. I just taste the condensed milk. It's sweet. I wouldn't want to have sweet coffee every day because for me that's more like dessert and coffee is coffee. But it is very good quality coffee. But that was pretty obvious. I mean, obviously like coffee here in Vietnam is really good. So when you look at the map of Hanoi, where I'm staying right now, Westlake is still central, but it is a bit outside of the main downtown area and about 2 kilometers walk, 3 kilometers walk from the old town of Hanoi, which is the main like top attraction, the main area for tourists here. And when I asked my friend who's originally from Hanoi where to stay, she told me Westlake is like a good place where a lot of foreigners, expats who actually live in Hanoi often stay. Look at this house, how thin it is. If we would be in Europe, this house would have like a word for a thinnest house in town, but we're not in Europe, we're in Vietnam. And here in Hanoi, you'll be able to find a lot of houses that look like this. Basically half of the city looks like this. There are a lot of slim but very tall houses, and that's because of tax. The thinner your house is, the less tax you pay. Obviously, that's why people would build very like narrow but high buildings. Also, being in Hanoi for 5 seconds is enough to understand what people are talking about when they say that the city is crazy. The craziness is mainly caused by the traffic. The traffic is absolutely insane. There are so many motorbikes here and they just basically never stop. They just don't stop, they just go. If you want to cross the street, you just have to walk, well, basically in front of them because they will never stop for you, which is like, every time I'm doing it, I know it's the way it's done here. I know people survive somehow, but it's scary. And one thing you should definitely not be doing in Hanoi is walking and vlogging at the same time. Because the problem is that there's basically no sidewalks here, or there are sidewalks, but they like put lots of stuff on the sidewalk, or they plant trees like in the middle of a sidewalk. So there's no space for you left to walk. So the whole purpose of sidewalk is ruined. Okay, look, this is what I'm talking about. There is a sidewalk, so I'm walking. What do I do now? There is a tree and trash and motorbikes. There is no sidewalk. I have to go on the street. And that's what happens every 5 seconds here. So it's not an easy city for walking around and for sightseeing as a tourist. And that's already a major reason why I see tourists wouldn't, you know, love Hanoi that much. I always complain that Bangkok is bad, but this is much worse than Bangkok. This is where we just had coffee. Unfortunately, the weather is not great today. It's gloomy and it's drizzling and it is 20 Celsius degrees, and I have not experienced that kind of coldness ever since I left Denmark in December, and it's been over 3 months. And I do feel like it's always a bit unfair to judge whether a city is nice or not when it's gloomy, because I mean, like, have you ever seen Warsaw when the weather is like this? Obviously not a very nice city, because I do feel like every city gets about like 10 times nicer when the sun is out, when the sky is blue, and it is certainly not the case today, but we're gonna have to deal with it. Cannot change the weather. I must say one thing, the architecture in this city is absolutely insane. It seems like one of these places where people are just allowed to build whatever they want, however they want, and the general attitude is like, you do you, boo, we're just gonna deal with it. And then you end up with lots of buildings all looking very different to each other. It is quite messy, I must say. I do feel like there is a charm and there is a beauty in this messiness. Like, so far I definitely do not think Hanoi is horrible. Like, I'm actually really enjoying myself. It's always so funny to see in warm places how it's 20 Celsius degrees today and people are wearing like puffer winter jackets. And I mean, it's not hot, but it's not that cold, right? It does feel refreshing though for me, because I have not been in that kind of weather for a while now. So it is really nice. Man, the amount of cool coffee places in the city. I already see so many, like this one. I really need to check out. Like they're just, I'm walking and every 2 seconds I see a coffee shop that I want to check out. But yeah, coffee culture is definitely really big here, and the coffee shops are looking like so cool, you know. Some of them are really like traditional, some of them are really modern and fancy. So there's just really everything here. So as we're walking along the lake here, I mean, we've been walking along the way this whole time, I know, but as we're continuously doing it, it's a good time to mention that Hanoi actually means the city of lake, or the city between rivers, one of these two. So now I'm gonna show you how crossing a street in Vietnam looks, because it is an experience in itself. Yesterday I was standing here on this very road for a good 5 minutes and I wasn't able to cross because we just kept driving. And at some point I was like, I just gotta do it. I just need to walk in front of speeding motorbikes, which is like, you know, it's not logical. It's not logical thinking, but it's like, what do you have to do here? Okay. And just to be clear, I'm holding a camera, which is not very responsible, but I'm not looking at it. My strategy is usually to wait for someone local and then follow them like a creep. But if there is no one local coming to let me on the other side of the street, I'm just gonna have to do it on my own. Be a big girl. I can travel the world by myself. I can cross the street in Vietnam by myself. I see locals crossing. Now I'm just gonna kind of just stand in the middle of a busy street. Kind of made it, kind of. Made it. That's safe.
Kalau Bobo di tempat yang kemarin kita
I literally cannot believe who I have become. I just took pictures here, like by myself on a tripod. And look how many people there are here. I feel like I've come such a long way since I started this thing. I don't know if it's a good thing that I can like literally put a tripod in the middle of a busy temple and just take pictures of myself and not care. I mean, I do care a little, you know, I do, but people do stare, but it's okay. I know that many people might think that like vlogging, you know, talking to yourself or taking pictures of yourself is ridiculous. But what I honestly feel is that it's done more good to my life than bad. I mean, it has not done anything bad to my life beside the fact that maybe I'm a little embarrassing. But, you know, I think it's a very good thing not to care that much. When I was younger, I used to care way more, and now I just don't care anymore and I feel way more free. That was a lovely temple, definitely worth visiting. It's like a peaceful little oasis by the lake in this hectic city. But yeah, let's continue our little journey. I just saw a man clipping his toenails. He's somewhere behind me. Oh my god, look at this little dog. He stole his shoe. Cute. Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum is not far from here, so that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna walk over there to see it. It's apparently a popular site here in Hanoi. I don't know if I've already mentioned that in this vlog, but I've been to Vietnam before. It's my second time in Vietnam, but I've never been to northern Vietnam. I've only been to south and central. So they must have like a really big flower culture here, because I see these motorbikes carrying absurd amount of flowers everywhere here, and it's really cute. It's crazy though how much they can carry on these motorbikes. Like, how do they not like fall? You know what's also cool about Vietnam is that people actually really do wear the Vietnamese hat here. You know, one thing that I've noticed that I really love here is that there's so much life on the street. Like, you see so many people actually hanging out in the streets with their friends, like playing sports, kids. But maybe with kids it's more obvious, but especially older people, that's really cool, because I don't feel like it's something you really see in Europe. So, you know, especially in the evenings, you see so many like older people just, you know, sitting in front of their houses on the stools with their mates, having some coffee or just like playing chess. In the morning, you see all these women dancing. Okay, and now again an issue has arisen, and an issue is another road that I need to cross. Like, how do I do this? Okay, I cross now. Don't kill me. This is scary. See, that's what I'm talking about. A sidewalk, yes, but like, why don't we just put whole lots of things on the sidewalk so people cannot walk on it? That like kills the whole purpose of sidewalks. Okay, so I found a nice little green bench where we can have a little heart-to-heart. So I've been walking around for quite some time now, and my overall first impression of Hanoi is that it's definitely not a horrible city. Like, that's not something I would ever say. It's hectic, it's busy, it's very lively, and yes, definitely tiring. Overall, Hanoi is really what I expected. Maybe it's because I've been to Vietnam before. I've been to Ho Chi Minh City, where I also did spend quite some time, and Ho Chi Minh City is also quite overwhelming. So it's definitely not a quiet, peaceful city where you can chill. Although it depends what your idea of chilling is, right? Like, I mean, I think I'll be good here. So, would I actually spend 2 weeks here? After seeing the city, I'm not totally against it. I have 3 weeks here in Vietnam, and I will see. As I already said, I will see. But I think that tomorrow I'm gonna go to an island called Kaja. It's about 150 kilometers from Hanoi. So that's possibly gonna happen tomorrow. I haven't booked anything because I just want to see how I will feel. Because maybe I will feel like staying here for a bit longer. Nice thing about staying by lakes or parks or any natural things is that you always see so much local life happening around it. All around the lake here you have those gyms where people work out and benches, and I do see a lot of people playing chess and just, you know, sitting and having chat with their mates, and I don't know, that's really cute. I really like that. I always really like cities where you see the city life actually happening outside, which makes sense here because, I mean, it's winter and it's 20 Celsius degrees. Although Hanoi does get cold in winter, to be fair. As far as I know, it can get down to like 10 Celsius degrees, so it does get cold here during the winter. I have a bit of a shameful confession to make. I think I'm gonna eat pizza. And I know what you might be thinking, Kaja, you're in Vietnam. There's so much good food here, and I do agree. But I also found this really good pizza place on my first night here. And then on my second night here, I was trying to get that pizza again. But they didn't have pizza anymore. They were like sold out. There were too many people because this place is actually really, really good. Like proper good pizza. So I had Vietnamese food yesterday, and that's why I am thinking about getting pizza tonight, because I do think I'm gonna go to that island tomorrow. Also, you know, at this point I've been traveling for months. Obviously I do eat pizza once in a while. I just don't feel that much, because sometimes I'm kind of like a little ashamed that I'm not like, you know, being adventurous vlogger and eating local food. But that's the reality of life, at least my life. I do eat pizza because I love pizza. Look at the sidewalk situation here by the river. Like, so if I haven't made my point clear enough yet, the sidewalk situation is not ideal. For walking, I can survive it, but for running, I mean, I actually did see a couple of people running here, like literally on this road, which is a bit dangerous, but I guess maybe they don't run with their headphones. It's still kind of dangerous. Anyways, conclusion. No running for me in Hanoi. I guess I need a place where I can do like workouts. Not that I have done any workouts yet. I'm just extremely concerned about finding the right place before I do the workout. Now, to my defense, I was kind of a little sick at the end of my stay in Laos, so I'm waiting now. So this is where I had food yesterday. This street is really nice, and at night they have these fairy lights here, so it looks really cute. The pizza is nearby. Okay, and the pizza place is similar. Oh, there it is. Heaven! That moment when you bring a box of warm pizza to your hotel room. And now it's time for me to stop vlogging and enjoy it, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Good morning. It is a new day. You can hear the rooster, even though it's not that early. But this rooster has been going on since like 3 a.m. I'm all packed and ready to leave my room. So the decision has been made. We are trying to make it to Katba, an island which is sort of located up north, 150 kilometers from Hanoi, not very far. Hopefully we'll make it. Maybe we won't make it. We're being super YOLO today. I honestly never thought I would be that person. Yeah, I don't have a ticket, so I'm gonna go to the bus station now and figure out if I can get a ticket. If I can't, I'm just gonna stay in Hanoi for one more night. No problemo. I did save a location, like a hostel nearby the bus station. So if I cannot get a ticket and I need to stay in Hanoi, I am prepared. I'm not that YOLO. I know where to go. Let's see if we can make it to Katba. So my Grab driver decided to just leave me here in the middle of the street because apparently cars cannot go in the street. Oh yeah, okay, true. It was not lying. Now I have to find a bus ticket off. I see people with backpacks, foreigners with backpacks. I'm gonna follow them. We might be going to the same place, who knows? I saw them going in here. So I managed to find that ticket office and I got the ticket, and now I found this place on the other side of the street where I'm gonna get some food before we go. So I guess it looks like I am going to Katba. And also one big realization I have is that if I come back to Hanoi, and I will come back to Hanoi, I'm definitely not staying in this area because it's even more busy than where I was staying. Where I was staying was already busy, and there, as you could see yesterday, the chances of walking on the sidewalks were not great, but sometimes you could. Here, the chances are not existing. Like, there's just so much going on. I think it's a little too much. It's only 2 kilometers from where I was staying, so I can still walk here, right? So I made it to Kaja. This is a view from my window. So far, unfortunately not so good. The journey was really good though. The journey went really smooth. It took us in total from door to door, it took us about 4 hours to get here. We took a bus from Hanoi to the ferry port, then a speedboat. Speedboat was only like 5 minutes, maybe not even that. And then another bus for half an hour to get to the main town area where I'm staying in Kaja. So I think I'm gonna divide this vlog into two, and I'm gonna share with you more of my thoughts why I'm not 100% vibing with this place so far. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out in Hanoi with me. I'm actually really looking forward going back to Hanoi now. I really liked it. I did like the city. I know it's hectic. I know it's a lot, but for me it was a great experience. Okay, I'll hopefully see you soon. Bye.